Hello, I'm Congressmember Judy Chu, and I'm so thrilled to help kick off CIRAC's Digital Advocacy Training Week. For years, I've been honored to work with CIRAC on everything from immigration to education to healthcare. And as the chair of the Congressional Asian Pacific American Caucus, or what we call CAPAC, I've come to count on your advocacy on Capitol Hill to help us advance the rights of the Southeast Asian community across the nation. Unfortunately, that kind of direct outreach has been made so much more difficult during this coronavirus pandemic, but that's why I'm so thrilled you found a way to continue your trainings virtually. I'm particularly excited to be joining CIRAC for this celebration of the 45th anniversary of the Southeast Asian American community in the United States. The landmark Refugee Resettlement Act of 1980 opened the doors of the U.S. to Southeast Asians fleeing war, genocide, and displacement in their home countries, allowing them to settle here and become a vital part of the fabric of our communities and nation. And our country is better off for it. But instead, some in our government have forgotten that diversity is our strength, pushing xenophobia and trying to kick immigrants out of our country. We cannot let bigotry tear families apart and hold our country back. That's why last year, CAPAC worked with CIRAC to host a congressional forum to raise awareness about the alarming rise in detentions and deportations of Southeast Asian Americans, many of whom have lived in this country for decades and have deep roots in their communities. And that's why I knew it was so important to co-sponsor the New Way Forward Act. This bill will reform our country's broken immigration system and restore the legacy of the Refugee Resettlement Act, which recognized the U.S. role in providing a home and sanctuary for those seeking asylum. I've heard from many constituents like Phal Sok and Tung Nguyen about the impacts of deportation on their families and communities. And they made a powerful case that we need to keep families together, honor the contributions of immigrants and refugees, and celebrate the legacies of Southeast Asian Americans. That's why what you are doing here today is so important. Hearing directly from community leaders like you matters because you bring unique perspectives rooted in your unique experiences. For instance, I was honored to meet with Michelle Chang, a constituent of mine and participant in CIRAC's leadership and advocacy training. We spoke about the need for healthcare that's not only accessible, but also culturally appropriate, and that without disaggregated data, we risk reinforcing the model minority myth that obscures the realities of the AAPI community. So I want to thank you again for taking part in this week's trainings and for helping to advance equality in America by completing the census, by registering to vote, and by organizing with CIRAC and its local partners across the country. You have the power to uplift the Southeast Asian American community and take us into the future. Thank you.